Hello everyone, my name is Lori Romy. I am a senior at Covington High School. My major is biology, and after I complete my associate's degree at Edison, I plan on transferring to the Ohio State University, where I will get my bachelor's degree also in biology. After I complete that, I'm going to try to get into the veterinarian program. My ultimate career goal is to become a large livestock veterinarian, and I also hope to one day own my own clinic that specializes in large livestock, which would be your cattle, your sheep, and your pigs. A little information about my family is that there are 5 of us. If you've ever seen Everybody Loves Raymond, then you already have a pretty good picture of my family. My dad is the breadwinner, and my mom is the stay-at-home mom, which works out very well. We jokingly call her the brains of the family because she keeps everything running smoothly, very similar to Deborah. I'm the eldest. I have 2 younger siblings. Christy, my sister, is 2 years younger than me, and my brother, Ben, is 7 years younger than me. Although my grandparents do not live across the road, they visit often, and my grandmother always brings something tasty to eat. 3 passions of mine include my animals, acting, and reading. During the summer, I typically have close to 90 animals because I raise and breed rabbits to show at the fair. I have 3 different kinds of rabbits: Mini Rex, New Zealand's, and Californians. If you walk out to my barn, I usually have about 50 rabbits there. I also show chickens, and I show the market chickens. The chickens after fair leave the barn and go into our freezer, which is very cool because then it feeds us a lot of chicken. We have usually about 30 chickens. I also have 3 dogs: Winnie, Fuzzy, and Shadow, 7 cats, a multitude of kittens, and 2 betta fish named Samosa and Oliver. My next passion is acting. Because I have so many animals, I had to give up a lot of my after-school activities. And one of the activities I just couldn't give up was drama club, where we perform a play at our high school. And for the past 3 years, I've been in production, and I'm hoping to also be included in this year's. I just love being able to take a character who's just on the script and is just a 2-dimensional character and then bring her to life and give her her own little quirks and unique personality. Last year, one of my favorite characters was a flapjack crazy pirate who thought she could cook, and throughout the whole play they made fun of how bad her cooking actually was. I enjoy reading, although as I'm getting older, I don't have the time like how I used to leisurely read. However, when I do get the time, I truly enjoy it, and I love to read super novels about vampires and werewolves, just your supernatural type of items, and I love murder mysteries, especially if they're by Mary Higgins Clark. I have 3 different objects that represent me. My first one is an eraser because I make a lot of mistakes, as I'm sure everyone can relate to. I'm human, and even though I do make mistakes, I always try to do my best. And if I can, I try to go back and fix the mistake. And if that's not possible, then it makes me want to strive to do better the next time. I feel like I do learn a lot from my mistakes, and it makes me a better, well-rounded person. My next object is a tiara. There's actually kind of a cute little story behind it, as many people can relate to. When you're little and you're a little girl, you want to grow up and be a princess or a queen, and when you're a young man, you want to grow up to be that star athlete who makes the last goal, touchdown, or basket for your team at like a league event, and you win the trophy for the team. That's just something that you want to do when you're little. So when I first started 4-H, I was young, and we have something at our fair called royalty. So you have like your rabbit royalty. You have a queen, a princess, and a duchess. And I saw the rabbit queen and just wanted to be her. I fell in love with her. That's just the idea, the concept of being the best, because at our fair you have to learn your subject, and it's a test. So whoever knows the most about the rabbits gets the crown. So I was very determined, and I decided that year that was my goal. I was going to get there eventually. So every year I would study the different rabbits breeds, and I would study the body types and the fur types and everything that goes along with that species of animals. And I didn't get to my goal right away. which was okay. I was very involved with summer activities. I played soccer, I did marching band, so there wasn't a lot of time for me to study, but it still didn't deter me from my determination. I wanted that crown, so I sat down and I continued to study, and if I didn't get that year, my thought was, okay, well, I'll get it next year. Well, it finally happened this year, so it just goes to show that your determination, it does pay off. So I think this is an aspect that you can take into all your different life. You can, if you want that pay raise, you can get it if you're just determined enough and you do your best and you put your effort into it, and it will pay off eventually. And my last object, and perhaps my most valued object, just one moment, is actually one of my rabbits. Her name is Dawn, and she's a tort. This is a Mini Rex, and it represents me because Mini Rex are a very kind, sweet, and docile species. And she's kind of having a temperament right now, but they tend to be very sweet, and I like to think that I am a sweet person, and I'm very compassionate towards others. She's a unique fur type. It's called a tort. It's the color, the redness of her, and not a lot of people show torts. I actually specialize in torts, and it's very unique, and I like to see myself as unique as well. I'll put her away real fast. One of my goals for interpersonal communications is that I want to be able to get around a group of people and talk and be more persuasive. At my school, we have something that's called the 5th and 6th grader overnighter, which is where a bunch of people get together, high schoolers and adults, to talk to these 5th and 6th graders about why drug and alcohol use is extremely bad for their age and why they shouldn't get involved with it. And to do so, you have to be very persuasive. And I don't feel that I'm not to that point yet where I am very persuasive. I would like to one day be a speaker there and be able to persuade these kids why it's not a good choice and why you should stay away from it and not wreck your whole life over it. My goal for public speaking is I want to get more fluent and be able to get up and feel like I'm talking to the crowd. I feel like your most memorial speakers are those who just get up and they talk. They don't have cue cards, they don't have anything that they have to look at, and they just feel like they're talking to the crowd, like on a one-to-one basis. So in conclusion, 5 words that describe me is that I am fun. I like to think I'm fun anyways. Determined, going back to my tiara story. Stubborn. Even if I'm wrong, I'm going to stay wrong. You're not going to budge me out of my opinion. Outgoing. I'm one of those people that if you're having a really bad day, I'm going to try to cheer you up, even if it's out in public and I have to look goofy. And going back to all my animals, I'm an animal lover. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that everyone does really well this semester, and I can't wait to watch everyone else's videos. Thanks again!